Okay, so we're going to start with Latin Loafer, which is down there on the bottom of Clarence Street, I think it's called. Bottom of Clarence Street, right down there near the jetty, where you can get on the junk boat and all of that sort of stuff. There's been a lot of restaurants in there over the years.
Yes, it's lasted a few years though.
It's very portionised, like the dishes are really small and quite expensive, but they're also really nice though. Like last time I was there, I just thought it was all amazing, but I wanted more.
So it's meant to be tapas.
Yeah.
Okay, so tapas is meant to be small dishes.
Yeah, but very expensive.
If you just get a cheese platter and wine, it's good, and the cheese is of very good quality.
The first time I went to Latin Loafer, it was so hot in there. It was unbelievable. The sun was setting. It was pouring through. Were you there that night?
Yes, I was.
The sun was pouring through the glass. We asked for the air conditioner to be turned up about 3 times. We were sweating like pigs.
Yeah.
And I found the chicken was quite dry.
Oh, yeah, I do remember that night.
Yeah, but every restaurant can have a bad night.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Well, I still reckon it's the best place in Port.
You reckon that Latin Loafer is the best place in Port Macquarie?
By far.
Wow.
It's amazing.
Why? How can you possibly say that?
The food's just such good quality. It's well cooked. It's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, but that's because the prices are so extravagant.
They're not that extravagant.
I don't think.
We went with 4 of us. Everyone had drinks, cocktails, and a lot of food. Came to just over 200, which is 50 a head, which really wasn't bad for this variety and selection that we had. The best place in Port Macquarie. By far.
And how would you describe the food? Is it Spanish?
Yeah, it's Spanish. Seafood, cheeses. The boards are the way to go because you get a lot on them.
Okay, let's whip around to Lighthouse Beach, where there are a couple of restaurants around there. There is the famous award-winning Lotus
at Lighthouse.
Lotus at Lighthouse. And that's, what is it? It's not Chinese necessarily. It's Chinese-Malaysian, isn't it?
Both, yeah.
Chinese-Malaysian. It's won a few awards. It's very, very proud of those awards, but they do stretch back to 2000 and 2001 and 2002, I think.
It's a little bit stuck back in the 80s.
I went to Lotus at Lighthouse with a friend once, and until she said this, I hadn't realised. She said, there hasn't been a vegetable on a plate tonight.
Vegetables are a separate dish. Under vegetable, you have to order.
So it does have a vegetable part of the menu,
yes,
but you almost have to order it. So in other words, to visualise it, if you order a beef, what's a traditional Chinese beef?
Beef and black bean.
Beef and black bean, you'll get a sizzling plate full of meat just piled up like a volcano. That's what you're looking at. But it's beautiful. How can anyone go wrong with Lotus at Lighthouse?
Yeah, I like Lotus. I think they're good.
Lotus.
You groan every time we say we're going, Cam.
Do I? Oh, well, we go there quite a lot. Like, yeah, when we're there, though, I like it.
Now, we have to talk about who it's run by.
An angry man.
Oh, he's not angry. He's a bit eccentric, and he's very proud. He has his waitresses on par, doesn't he?
Well, I don't know. He thinks he does, but actually, they're always a bit dopey.
The waitresses are dopey at Lotus at Lighthouse? That's not
I remember
true.
this last time you guys were saying that like she was new and she was like struggling a little bit.
Yes.
Oh, well, there was one trainee one time, but over the years, they sort of stick around, those waitresses. But he's very obsessed about getting the temperature right, the lighting right, and he wants his food out quick. When you go to Lotus at Lighthouse, expect to be in and out in probably 25 minutes because that's how quickly they want you to order. They will harass you, won't they?
Yeah, that's true.
From the moment you sit down, are you ready to order? No, thank you, not just yet. We want to look at this enormous menu, which is printed on an A3 sheet of paper. It's huge.
Yeah.
And then they bring you at the end, what's the famous palate cleanser?
Oh, yes, they bring you some fruit, which is usually, well, it's always
Oranges.
watermelon and orange, yeah. It's beautiful. It's a good way to finish it off.
So do you recommend Lotus at Lighthouse?
No, give it about a 6.
It's weird you give it a 6, yet you're there so often. How does that work?
It's only if convenience.
Because it's quick.
Yeah.
So actually after work,
Yeah.
when you really just want, and you're starving,
Yeah.
that's very true. When I'm starving after work, I go there because you'll be in and out quick and it's no
I
fuss.
know what I
Yeah.
give it out of 10.
What do you give it out of 10?
No.
There's a 9 out of 10
Lise
for
likes
Lise.
the honey chicken and the fried rice. Well,
Me
that's
and
the
Lisa.
other
the
thing.
ham
She'll
and the
eat
fried
that.
rice.
Me and Lisa like to go to that book area and that video game area where we can read and
No,
book together.
I do. You don't.
Yes, I do. I come with you even though I don't want to. We read that
Please.
I Spy book where you got to
That's what
look
I
for
said.
objects in a big grouping of objects.
Probably needs a revamp. Probably needs new carpet, new tables.
Yeah.
And they could do a lot more with their view because they actually have really nice view
Oh, amazing view.
around there as well.
Yeah.
Flavours is also at Lighthouse. Flavours used to be this tiny little shop when it first opened, right on the corner there at the Lighthouse Beach Shops. And now they've knocked a wall down, I think, and they've made it much bigger.
Yes.
What's its reputation in Port Macquarie?
Pretty good.
Four out of
Good
10.
pizzas, good pastas.
Yep.
Flavours, if you're going to go there, it's not going to be hit and miss.
Yeah.
It's always going to be consistent. It's not cheap, though.
Not cheap, and it's not blow your socks off amazing.
It's not an everyday thing.
But they do have good ice cream things.
Gelato.
Gelato, yes. They brought that back after it was gone for like a century.
I do have to say about that gelato, though, that they always have it. It's still not in the window, is it? You got to ask for it. It's bizarre.
Yeah,
They've got a
it's
gelato
like a
bar, but you have to
secret-
actually say, "Can I see the gelato, please?"
Yes, it's a CIA secret. You only if you know that they have gelato can you ever get any.
Yeah, and it's also, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say it's the only place in Port Macquarie where you can get gelato, besides that little shop near Coles, which is called Celise, is it?
Oh, Sealock or whatever.
Sealock.
It's spelled Sealock, SELOC.
But their gelato is homemade and very icy, and it's not your
Yeah.
true traditional gelato.
No,
So flavours, do we recommend it for people visiting Port Macquarie?
Yeah.
yeah, definitely.
Give it a whirl.
Okay, where else is worth mentioning in Port Macquarie?
Stunned mullet or stunned wallet.
Stunned wallet.
Yes, it's very important that people visiting Port Macquarie know about the Stunned Mullet. It's a famous seafood restaurant, basically.
Yeah,
Seafood?
it's renowned.
It's a legend in its own lunchbox. In Port Macquarie, it might be famous. It's not world renowned.
Oh,
or
well, that's
anything.
true.
Well,
No,
not world-renowned.
famous for locals. And what do locals call it?
Stunned wallet.
Why do they call it a stunned wallet?
Well,
Go
Pretty
figure.
self-explanatory.
yeah. It's mostly due to the cost of the drinks. Although some of the bits of fish are $40 a pop.
Yeah, it's not cheap, and I can't even say anything about it because I haven't been there because of that reputation about what it would cost.
Good anchovy butter
Anchovy butter.
What's that?
to go with your bread. Beautiful.
You liked it, didn't you? You
Oh, I
went
love
there?
it. I love it.
But you just can't afford it.
No.
Okay,
Definitely not.
and it's right opposite Town Beach, isn't it?
Yeah.
So what's the view like in there?
No. No real view.
Because it's too low down. What about the service? Is
Yeah.
it snobby prices? Is it snobby
No,
service?
no, they're very nice. Good
Yeah.
service.
Mm.
Table's a little bit too close together.
Mm.
You can't help but eavesdrop.
Okay.
Last
Well,
time we were there, a man fell off his chair from drinking too much, which was highly amusing
Did
to
he fall
us
into your
all.
lap?
No, he sort of fell onto the floor, and his poor wife was embarrassed.
Oh, really?
His son and daughter were there with him, and
Dear me.
he made comment about dodgy chairs or something.
Oh, he probably wanted to soothe him.
Well, they've got all these nice whiskies and cognacs, and I think he rather overindulged.
Well, he must have a big fat wallet with him then.
I
Yeah.
know. His wallet definitely would have been stunned at the end of that.
And so was his head.
And his tailbone by the look of it.
Why is this funny?
And that's what I mean about the tables being too close. Our laughter was clearly heard by his family.
Yeah. Did you help him?
Oh, well, after I
Well,
stopped
Mum
laughing.
just looks at people when they fall or get hurt.
It's one of your mother's favourite
Doesn't know
things,
what to
isn't
do.
it? When
Well,
somebody
yeah.
has a little trip or a big trip.
No, more a little trip.
Mum
Yeah. But you also
laughs.
get into a big trip eventually, don't you? Yeah. Okay. Let's talk Thai restaurants.
Mekong's the best.
The best Thai restaurant is Mekong. Where's that at?
Overlooking the water, opposite the loafer.
It's also the most
Thai-tastic.
expensive.
What about that place?
Which one?
Thai-tastic.
Thai-tastic is where? Where's that?
Titas.
Nicole's.
Ah, that one. Okay,
Oh,
that used to be called bow tie, didn't it?
Yeah, that dodgy man
Oh, yeah.
charged us $40 for rice.
But
Yes, that's the
yeah,
place.
you've been to Mekong.
Yeah, yeah.
But we really did get ripped off on rice at Titastic. Why is
Thai-tastic.
our bill so much? Oh, well, at $10 a head, and that's what we just charge people because we don't know how much rice they're going to eat.
wow.
So,
Oh my god.
You're being racist.
But can I also just clarify, that wasn't Thai-tastic, that was bow tie.
well, that's true, actually. Yes,
not very
that's
fair to
true.
the people
no,
that own it
that's
now,
true.
is it?
Yeah, that was
Oh.
bow tie.
That's the best Thai. There's also the one opposite Glasshouse Thai, I think it's called
Oh,
these
yeah.
days.
Nice,
What did that
yes.
used to be called? Spicy Thai. didn't it?
Spicy Thai
Yeah,
game.
and then they changed
more.
the look and they changed the name. Yeah.
Oh, they just painted the walls red. I
No.
hate the walls in that restaurant.
Really?
I hate them.
You
Yeah,
don't like them?
Hideous.
They're
don't like
more
them.
clear. Like they used to be really busy, the walls, but now they've just stripped it back. and
Yeah,
it's nice.
I like that concept, but the colour is a shocker. If we're
Very
talking Japanese,
Japanese
Makimoto. There are
cuisine.
two. I always get worried because everyone loves Makimoto, but we do have a very traditional Japanese up near Coles.
Sushiko.
Sushiko.
And his name's Ko, that's why he called it Sushiko.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's it.
And he's a wonderful older Japanese
Yeah,
man.
he's lovely.
He takes students through on excursions to show them what to chop raw fish and
yes,
make
I did
sushi.
one of those when I was little. Yeah, year two.
It's a very good man. So talk about traditional, and it's a great place, isn't it?
Oh, it's lovely.
It's reasonable.
But Makimoto's really done it out of
Yeah.
town,
Wait, is
basically.
Makimoto's
Part of
just
the
a bit more
place.
modern.
Okay, so
Yeah.
why is Makimoto so amazing?
Green tea latte.
Because I like the chicken karate.
Oh, so you do like
Even
Makimoto?
Lacey likes their chicken there.
Okay.
Beautiful,
Little
fresh
food in it.
sushi. It's very efficient service.
Oh yeah. Services.
It's an open kitchen, so you can see it's clean and you can watch them.
Flambeing things.
And there's
Lacey likes it
fire.
with the fire.
Yeah, there was a fire one time. Actually, I think that got a bit out of hand. I don't think.
No, they're meant to do that. That's how they cook their food.
Did the chef
to be
come out
smoky.
without eyebrows, or
Why'd they come
Yeah, that's
running
part
in
of
with
it.
fire extinguishers? Then?
so? Makimoto is very much something you could find in Sydney or Melbourne,
Yes.
which is unlike
It's a
Port
chain.
Macquarie because sometimes it's very old school Port Macquarie. Some places
Yeah.
it's starting to change.
The cafe
starting
near
to change.
Spotlight have stayed stuck in that.
Yes. What's
Oh,
that
that
one
place
called?
near
Cafe
Spotlight.
8, isn't it?
Yeah.
Cafe 66.
Yeah. Cafe 8
Oh yeah.
is one to avoid.
Lovely people, really. I go there for a coffee on Saturday morning when Annalise is at
Yeah.
ballet, but
And it's
They're
very
not-
homemade stuff. Like
Yes.
we're talking quiches.
they like to do their lamb and veggie pie with chips and a can, as they call it,
Yeah.
for $15.
They're not trendy though. They're
No.
sort of-
No,
But
they're-
look, somewhere doesn't have to be trendy to be good, though.
Yeah, no.
We're not saying
fair
that.
Fair enough.
No, but it's pricey for what you get, and
Yeah, and it's not
people
really up
don't
to
want
scratch.
I wouldn't ask to
pie
go
in
there,
a can
put it
these
that way.
days.
Or a tomato sandwich.
And being near a gym, I don't understand why they don't capitalise on that and make a juice bar or something.
Absolutely.
Health sort of thing.
Yes. Okay. Zebu's controversial.
Very controversial.
I like Zebu. I think it's
But
great.
you can model at Ridges.
I like the atmosphere at Ridges because they've got the fireplace there.
Zebu,
Zebu, yeah,
which is
sorry.
in Ridges. It's probably
Yeah.
got the best location
Yep,
in
definitely.
Port Macquarie, maybe.
can
Really,
model
really
at
good.
Ridges.
Well, how can you get better? It's on the town green with the path and everything, and they've revamped the town green now.
Okay.
So
I find Zebu really ordinary, and I find the staff a little bit snobbish and arrogant and young and rude, frankly.
Oh, they're so friendly and nice. I've never had a problem there.
The
The
food?
new
Contradiction.
bartender's really friendly. He's great.
Yeah. What about the food? Pizzas.
food's
I
ordinary.
think if you get a pizza
I like
wrong
the
in my
french
book,
fries.
then you're out. You're done.
Well,
you're cooked.
Pipeworks do that the best of everywhere.
The Pipeworks,
a different
lovely
story.
people again, but yeah,
the
the
friend who works there.
pizzas that we had there that night. Do you remember, Lise,
Ugh.
having pizzas at
With
Pipeworks with
Boy
Phoebe?
Boy.
What did you think of the food, Lise?
Yuck.
Yeah. So Pipeworks is one. I think it's all right for breakfast. I think it's really good for coffee. It's really good for cake.
Yep.
Soup.
Soup. They've had good soup there.
But dinner.
But it's just so ironic. They've got that amazing.
Pizza oven.
Fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, just
They're just
gross. I
doughy.
think really cheap meat cuts used.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
It was all cold meats,
Yeah.
sort of put on a pizza, and they were really poor quality, wasn't it? It had a funny taste. Maybe we got a bad night that night.
Maybe.
I'd certainly
got
rather a
the
pizza from
Hawaiian
TG's than
and
Pipeworks.
Best pizza in Port Macquarie. TG's by far. They've got
Yep,
the wood fired
They've got
oven.
the wood fire too. Yep.
Amazing pizzas.
I like Mummy's Hawaiian pizza.
You like your mum's? Is that the best pizza in Port Macquarie?
Yeah.
Mum's pizza.
And my crepes. Lise likes. What do you like?
What's
Belle?
your favourite restaurant?
pancake?
Pancake.
The pancake place.
Okay, so Lacey, like,
Near
why
the
do
glass.
why do you like the pancake place that's near the glass house?
It tastes good.
Yeah.
And there's a whole heap of stuffed toys in the corner.
Do you know what happened to you when you were a little girl though, and you went
My
there?
head on
Oh yeah.
thingamajigger.
Yeah, there's a toy box there which they still haven't fixed in 10 years. It's got a really dodgy latch and the lid just snaps down like a
Really hard.
Really hard.
Quite a hazard.
Yeah.
Novelty for
All right,
Lacey.
really quickly, your favourite restaurant in Port Macquarie? We've got one vote for the Pancake Place.
The Social Grounds count, even though
Yes.
it's cafe. Yep.
Social Grounds is the best place in Port.
Of course it is. Yeah.
Although, we've got to give an honourable mention to one that's opened in the past 2 days.
Yep. Replacing Tea and Treasure, it's Bandwagon.
Bandwagon.
Yeah, it's got a similar style. We need to find out if Social Grounds people were the ones that opened
Because
it.
there's some crossover with staff, so we were a bit
Yes,
confused. Definitely
crossover.
some people who work in Social Grounds are now working at Bandwagon.
So either there's a...
We love Tea and Treasures, but Bandwagon is phenomenal.
Oh, it's amazing.
It's gonna
Walk
be-
from the beach and go to there.
Do they have sugar cubes?
No sugar cubes. And Westport Club has a really good dining room. Absolutely.
Mum.
I've got a $10 voucher for there actually.
Oh.
Birthday voucher.
I like it. Just because it's casual, it's quick,
Yeah,
and
they've
it's
got
not too cheap. It's nice food.
they've got the bar, they've got the dessert place.
Jimmy's Bar is really good.
Yeah, it's all really good.
Yes,
there.
I do like Jimmy's Bar.
Jimmy's Bar is amazing. I just wish that they'd made that glass so that it wasn't reflective, because you can't see the view very well up there.
Oh yeah, you can see
No,
the view,
you can
but
mainly looking
there's
at yourself.
yeah,
It's like a mirror.
If definitely you're looking at the inside of the restaurant a lot of the time.
Yeah.
Maybe if it was just really,
There's special
really
glass
thin
you
glass.
can get where you're mainly just looking out.
Yeah.
Yeah. They need to replace
And
the glass.
they should put a balcony that goes out and put some chairs there, I reckon.
Yeah,
It's
they
amazing
could.
that.
Thank you for your time.
Yep,
Yep.
it's fine.
I did that at the beginning as well.